Hello, pretty people. Excuse me. Hello, pretty people. All the pretty people say hi, Derecha. It's Sunday. Yes, I am excited to share with you. I was on a training and I did a TikTok, and I wanted to share with you that change is inevitable. Change is necessary. Change is voluntary or involuntary, but change is happening whether you change or not. So let's talk about it. So if you're joining me for the very first time, put newbie in the chat. Say, I'm a newbie, Jerusha. If I cough, okay, it's because I should have probably rode my bike at the park because the air was going down my throat, which messed up my sinus. So now it's like draining. And so if I cough, it's because it's draining in my throat. So we got to take care of that. We got to do some things. So yes, Renee is in the building. If you're in the building, say hi, Derecha. I know if you went to Sunday service, let me know, what did you learn today? I'm all about the learning. Every day should be a learning day. What did you learn today? What did you implement today? I teach my boys all the time. You got to learn something new every single day. You should be learning something new. I don't care what it is, a word, a math problem. It doesn't matter. Read a book every single day. I need you to tell me something you've learned. So if you went to Sunday service, what was your message? What did you learn today? Because today I'm going to talk about change. I had to change. Oh, I love it, at Derecha. I'm new. Oh, I got a newbie in the building. If you are a newbie to me, put newbie in the chat. If you watch the replay, put replay. But if you tag two people and share podcast, you and I just became besties. Like, we're best friends. We're best friends because when I share, you share. That's how we change the world. Knowledge is the new rich. Knowledge is the new rich. And so we're going to talk about change. I had to change a lot in my business. I had to change a lot in my life. I had to change. Obviously, when you change, you have the naysayers and the people who used to know you. They want to bring you back down to who you used to be. But the point of living is to change. Yes or yes. Okay, good. Okay, I got a newbie in the building. Hi, newbie. Thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure that you follow. And so if you're joining me, I'm Derecha, motivational speaker, radio personality, and business coach. And I help people start a business with me in my personal organization. I am currently developing 100 new entrepreneurs to do what I do. So if you want to be a part of the 100, put 100 in the chat. And then I help all of you. I don't care what type of business you have. I help all of you build your business online and offline. So I create what I call double threats. So if you want to be a double threat, hashtag double threats, if you want to be a double threat. And the reason why is because I built my business offline for years, went to the top 1% of the company, earned all the things. And then just in 2019, just a few years ago, right before the pandemic, I went online. I made a change. I had to make a change. And so whatever it is that's probably holding you back, or whatever it is that you feel, right, is not going well in your business, you probably need to change something. And so I had to come to that realization. And a lot of us are so complacent with what we're doing. We don't want to change. I didn't want to get on social media. I didn't want to post. Even though my degrees are in broadcasting and public relations, and I'm a radio personality, I just didn't want to go live on TikTok, and I didn't want to go live on Facebook. I just didn't want to do it, but I needed to do it. The thing I didn't want to do was the thing I needed to do to go to my next level. I've met so many more people online than I've ever could have met face to face. So it is necessary for you to embrace the change. I'm going to give you two things about that right now. So first of all, are you riding with me? Are you with me? Buckle up, beautiful, and enjoy the ride. If you are not in my 3-day ride business course, you're going to be missing out, girl. So the course is getting ready to start. The link is in the bio. The link is in the bio. Wherever my profile is, click the link tree. The link's in the bio. Or go to JerushaWiggins.com. Get info about the 3-day ride. I'll talk about it in a moment. But if whatever is stopping you, it's probably because you need to enhance and learn something new. The reason why we're in the situation we're in, because we don't know what we don't know. I didn't know this type of publicity and this type of marketing was available. See, I didn't know it was available because I had already seen success one way. And I was like, well, I already do it this way. How many people are like that? Like, you already do it one way. Now you don't want to learn another way, but you probably need to. So it was very scary and challenging to transition from offline to 100% online. I did this before the pandemic. I needed to change how I was doing business and attracting more people in a different generation, different audience, and to stay relevant with the times. I needed to stay relevant. Okay, if you go out of business, it's probably because you're not relevant. Okay, you got to be relevant. So we have to embrace change. I was afraid of social media, and then I decided, oh, let me get on social media. Let me be coachable. Okay, let me be coachable and get on here. No one told me to do it. I saw other people getting success and results, and I wanted that level of success and results. So no one in my industry told me to do it. I just like, well, I guess I need to do it. I see other people doing it. And so this is what I've learned. Here's your free business tip. Treat this period as a window of opportunity. That's the first thing when changing. Treat this period as a window of opportunity. Sometimes our plans are not God's plans, right? And so my biggest challenge is women not being open to exploring their full potential. This is the age of knowing what you are made of. Listen, listen. This is the age of knowing what you are made of. And so I know it can be scary. I know. I'm afraid too sometimes. We all are afraid, but you get over it. You do it afraid. You do it scared. I worked in television and radio for years, okay? And so the television crew has already seen the commercials before it actually airs, before you see it, the public, right? And so I believe that's how God works. He's already seen your life, your commercial, before the public sees it. God knows the end from the beginning. And sometimes God gives you a preview of your life, like what's coming up next. I anticipate watching the whole thing, right? Because I know he gave me a vision. I can see some of it, right? I don't know the whole story, but I know it's possible. He wouldn't give it to me if it's not going to come to fruition, right? And so that's how we do in television is you see commercials or you see a part of a movie, a preview, and the movie looks so good, you want to watch the whole movie. That's how your life is too. You're designed and destined to be great. Do what you need to do today so you can do what you want to do tomorrow. You heard people say that, Les Brown or whoever said it. I'm like, I need to be doing what I need to do, which is showing up online frequently. Let me say it again for the people in the back. Showing up online all the times, all the time. There is a movement happening right now. Don't say you didn't know about it. I am telling you, make sure you tag 2 people and share the broadcast so they know too. We want to help our sister, our besties. Tell them there's a movement of strong, brilliant, courageous people happening online right now. There is a place for you. So that's the first thing, embrace it. The second thing is, the first thing was not embrace it, was treat this like a period of window of opportunity. And the second thing that I can tell you, embrace it. Embrace new sales, marketing channels like social media. I didn't want to do it, but I needed to do it, right? So this is my experience. This is what I know for sure. It works. I have a bigger audience. It works. And so if you are struggling in business, let me tell you, there is help for you. There is hope for you, but you got to want it. You have to believe it, and you got to be open to change. So if someone's telling you everyone's watching short form videos, now, although I think it's some kind of, I'm not going to, I'll tell you in a minute. So everybody's watching short form video. Okay, so even this live, I can edit this live and create short form videos because people attention span is being programmed, in my opinion, to 7 seconds. That's all they got. 7 seconds of scrolling. 7 seconds. Everybody has to fit everything they want to say in 7 seconds because that's what the algorithm is really favoring. 7 and 10 seconds and 15 might be too long. Your attention span is, we're teaching you how to just watch things for seconds. Now, that could be a conspiracy a little bit right there, right? Controlling a group of people where you actually spend 2 or 3 hours on this device, but you only got 7 seconds for each thing that you're watching. What is that about? But anyway, if I'm going to be on the platform, if I'm going to take advantage of it, I'm going to be marketing, I'm going to be branding, I'm going to be teaching, I'm going to be learning. Okay, so what are you watching in those 7 seconds for 2 hours a day? The average person spends 2-3 hours a day on social media. What are you watching that you don't have time to build a business? What are you watching that you don't have time to market and brand yourself? What are you watching? What you doing? So if you're going to be on this platform, use it as a tool. Say, Jerusha said, I need to use this as a tool. Do you believe you can build a home-based business or a business altogether? Yes. Do you believe that? If I could teach you, could you learn? I want to shorten your learning curve. That's why I put together my signature course, the 3-day ride on how to build your business online, how to become an influencer, if that's your desire, online, how to have a bigger audience online. I did it from scratch. Nobody came to me and told me. I watched, I invested, I learned, I looked at what people are doing. I said, I'm gonna do that. That's what I did every single day. Oh, okay. Now I need to do that. Oh, now I need to do that. Change. Oh, I need to change that. Oh, now I need to change that. You got to be willing to change. So if you're struggling to get your ideal prospects, the 3-day ride can help you. If you're struggling to close people like sales, the 3-day ride can help you. If you are struggling to start conversations, the 3-day ride can help you. If you're struggling to go live like this, the 3-day ride can help you. Or TikToks or Reels, the 3-day ride can help you. In the 3-day ride, I help small businesses like yours or network marketers, direct sellers, which is my forte, how to leverage social media and monetize social media. Okay, what I've learned and what I know for sure about the algorithm, what to post, when to post, all the things that people are struggling to do and be successful doing it. Because I see people posting, but are you benefiting from this tool? If you are not benefiting from this tool, we need to change it. Houston, we have a problem. I have a solution to your problem, okay? And so the 3-day ride, which is my signature course, it was birthed through my own pain and my own struggle. I'm not repeating like just information. No. This is what I experienced. When I got online, I didn't know what I was doing, just like you. I was like posting, they said do this, they said put this, that's it. It wasn't until I invested in myself and I started watching, even in those 7 seconds, certain people that will enhance my life, my business. Yes, it's funny. If you are a comedian, do that thing. That's your niche, right? But I also want to make sure I'm utilizing that time to learn something. I don't want to be it is funny. A lot of it is hilarious. Okay. You'll notice that your algorithm only shows what you watch in its entirety. My algorithm is different from my son. He's a teenager. He comes and shows me some of the craziest stuff. And I'm like, I never get that type of video. I'm never going to see this because that's not what I'm choosing to watch. That's not who I'm choosing to follow or friend. I am choosing things that's going to benefit me. So I'm not saying don't have some fun because somebody could be like, it's going to be boring. No, I'm not saying don't have fun. But I'm also saying, how are you spending your time? I'm also saying, are you choosing to change? Okay. Or are you choosing to stay the same? We all make choices every single day. This is a choice for me to go live on a Sunday. It's a choice. Okay. Every day we make choices to better ourselves. And so you have opportunities right in front of you. People, it's interesting because I need you to understand all of these courses and influencers, all these things are available. You have to decide what you're going to invest in. So if I tell you and I teach you what I've done and you implement, because I had a lot of success stories, a lot of testimonials. If you follow my stories, if you follow me, you'll see people testimonies about taking the 3-day ride. If I say to you, you have to post more than one time a week, okay, you will learn different strategies and different systems. You actually have to post more than that. You're not going to post one time a week and forget and think you're going to have a big business. Like that don't even make sense. Okay, so you're not going to do it. And if I tell you, listen, you may have to talk to more than 100 people to get 2 people to purchase. Are you willing to put in the sweat equity? Are you willing to change your mindset about prospecting? Are you willing to change it? You may have to talk to like Colonel Sanders from Kentucky Fried Chicken. He had to talk to 1,000 and how many? 1,009 people? No, 1,010 people. He talked to 1,009 who said no. It wasn't until the 1,010th time that somebody said yes. Now, I'm not saying you have to do that because there's so many people online. It's billions of people here. There's like 4.97 billion people on social media right now. So you're not going to have that problem. And most people aren't even going to do it. So you don't have any competition. I don't have any competition because most people aren't going to post every single day. They're not going to show up every single day. They're not going to start conversations every single day. They're not going to ask the questions they're not going to do it every day, but you can. I believe you are a pretty person. That's why you're here. That's why you're listening to the sound of my voice. Hashtag to all the pretty people, because you want to change. You want to grow. You want to learn. You want to be different, right? So if you believe in your product, your service, your opportunity, you should want to tell somebody. I want to tell you about the 3-day ride because I want to see you win. And when you win, we win, girl. Let's do it. I want to tell you that I have an opportunity. I want to do it. And so it's actually hard for me not to tell you. So when you have something good, you share it, right? Yes or yes. If you go to a great restaurant and you thought it was good, what do? Share it. But how is it you have this great product, but you like, I don't want to impose, I don't want to tell people. But you just sold somebody else's business when you went to that restaurant or whatever, the clothing store, shoes or whatever. You were willing to sell for them for free. You were willing to market for their thing for free. But when it comes to yours, do you believe it? Yes or yes. Do you believe it? People stop believing when the circumstances change. When it becomes a little hard, or they don't get the results they want immediately, right? People stop believing. Write this down. Pretty person gonna put this in the chat. People stop believing when the circumstances change. It's worth repeating. People stop believing when the circumstances change. It get a little hard, you want to quit. Okay, no one's responding to your post, it doesn't work. That's not true. You just need to perfect it. You probably just need to tweak something. You probably just need to change something. Okay, you want to do things that you love. Yes or yes. Anybody put yes in the chat? Yes. I want to do what I love to do. The reason why I left radio and television, it didn't have anything to do with, I love radio and TV. I still do it, right? I love it. It had everything to do with time. I wanted to spend more time with my son. I had to spend more time. It was time that I was looking for. So tell me, what's your reason? That was my reason at that time. That was my why at that time. Obviously, it's changed. He's done well and he's a teenager. Okay. So why would you do what you need to do? Is it to spend more time with your family, your friends, your loved ones, to travel? What is it? I told the story before about time. Is there was a man, and I hope I can remember. He came home from work and it was late and he was tired. He was irritated, and his 5-year-old son was waiting for him. I'm like, Dad, I need to ask you a question. And he's like, yeah, what do you want? And he said, Dad, how much money do you make an hour? And, the dad, to me, this is old school. The dad was like, that's none of your business, right? What makes you ask such a question? And so the little boy was like, I just need to know, tell me how much you make an hour. And the dad was upset about it. He was like, that's not a question that you ask, And he said, all right, if you got to know, I make $20 an hour. And so the little boy replied, okay. And he bowed his head in sadness and he looked up at his dad. He was like, oh man, Dad, can I borrow $10? And the dad was like, what? I just told you I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I just got off work. You begging me, asking me for $10. I just told you I only make $20 an hour. You're going to ask me for 10? And so he told the little boy, he scolded him and said, go up to your room and think about what you've asked. So the little boy goes up to his room and he said about it. And the dad thinks about it. And the dad comes up to the room. He was like, why are you crying? Why you look so sad? And the little boy was like, yeah, because I wanted to borrow $10 because I already saved $10. And if you would have let me borrow $10, I would have been able to pay you for an hour to spend more time with me. I would have been able to give you $20 so you can spend an hour with me because that's how much you make an hour on your job. Now, isn't that sad? Now, listen, who wants their child to be working to save money to spend an hour because he believes your job is more important than me? And so for me, I came to my business, my home-based business, for time freedom for that reason. I didn't want the daycare lady to be the mom because he was like, she's the mom. When I went to pick him up from daycare, he's clinging on to the daycare lady. No, that makes me feel really bad. What? I'm the mother. So tell me what it is for you. That was my reason. My son needed me at that time. What will make you work? So that man, obviously, he got a lesson that day. The moral of the story is what you have to do now so you can enjoy your life later. You will pay a price for freedom. You will pay a price for freedom. It's not free, even though it says freedom. We all have an expiration date. The moment you were born was the moment you started dying. We don't know the hour, we don't know the time, the day, but it's coming. So create the life you want. Spend the time with the people you love. Spend the time traveling with the people you love. Do all the things that you want to do. Do it now. Create it now. Change now. I had to change. This is not what somebody told me. This is what I know for sure. You got to be willing to change, because guess what? It's going to happen with or without you. And I don't want you to be left out, right? Because you didn't decide today that I'm going to do that TikTok. I'm going to do that reel. I'm going to show up live. So what if people talk about you? Girl, they talking about you anyway. I'm just going to give them something to talk about. That's the difference between me and somebody else. Girl, let's give them something to talk about. Let's give them something to talk about. They talk it anyway. You might as well live the life you choose, right? And have fun. Yes. I appreciate that. Thank you. So if this was helpful for you, and you know you got some business besties you need to share this with, you need to probably be in the 3-day ride. So if you love this goodness, you're going to love tactical strategies to build yourself. I'm all about building you, baby. I don't care about your company. I don't care about your product. You are it. You're the brand. I am the brand. Jerusha is the brand. And so I'm all about you showing up as your authentic self. You got this. If you're willing to change, hashtag 3-day ride. If you want to learn more about the 3-day ride, you want to be a part of this course that I am, building just for you, because I built it out of my own struggle. And I know what it has done for me. So I want you to see some results. I want you to win. Girl, we win over here. Success is not a seesaw. See, we don't have to put somebody down in order to go up. We can all go up together. Let's go. Hashtag 3-day ride if you want more info about the 3-day ride. And then, of course, if you tag 2 people and share the broadcast, you and I just became besties. Yes, we're different. We're different. You, my girl. Yes, hashtag to the pretty people. And so I will see your beautiful faces. I'm live every Tuesday at 1:30 for a quick lunch and learn. So make sure that you follow if you don't want to miss that lunch and learn. If you got value, I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. I'm just thankful, really, that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Jerusha, and I see you on the page. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You look pretty too. Yes, have a great day.